If you're like me, you're in love with travel. But how do you travel when you're totally broke? Shit. This is how. You need to ask yourself why you're totally broke. Why are you too broke to travel? Why are people able to travel and you're not? Is it because they're trust fund babies and people handed the money? I mean, that's the case sometimes. Or is it because they worked for it? Now, I'm not saying you're not a hard worker, but are you putting out enough energy to make an income and putting in enough energy to keep the income? So what I'm saying is you need to really reevaluate your expenses and see if travel really is a priority for you. Because if travel is a priority for you, you would not give a damn about the other stuff. You would stop going to movies, you would stop eating outside, you would eat Mr. Noodles every day if you really cared about it. So my first piece of advice is to cut down on all of your expenses. But I'm not here to give you mediocre strategies and teach you how to travel just like every other travel YouTuber out there. I'm not explicitly a travel YouTuber. In fact, I don't know what the hell I do, but I definitely travel. And this is my one piece of advice. You should be able to save something. If you are at the point in your life where you cannot make any savings whatsoever, you're not ready to travel. You need to have some sort of savings to travel. Sure, you can do it on a shoestring budget or do it on no budget at all and just hitch rides. But I really recommend, if you want to have some control over your traveling and some power in the way that you see the world, you should save something. Save, like, even if you can't save thousands of dollars, save 500 bucks. Sell your stuff. Everyone has enough things lying around to be able to sell it and basically save enough to buy one plane ticket. Now, when you have enough to buy one plane ticket, buy it. But don't buy it now. Buy it for 8 months in advance. This is the trick that a lot of people don't talk about. This is my personal trick. If I'm at a point where I'm not mentally, physically, or financially able to travel in this current time, but I know I don't have future obligations, like whatever pops up is up to me. For example, I don't have a kid. I don't have children. So if I work my hardest, I know in 8 months I can save for travel. Although I can't do it now, I can buy my ticket now for 8 months in advance. So I'll buy my ticket for 8 months in advance, and I know for a fact that date's gonna come out. I know, like, I'm leaving for Thailand in 8 months. I know I'm leaving for Europe in 8 months. I know the date's gonna roll around because I bought the damn ticket. So now I have no choice but to scramble and save for 8 months down the road. Otherwise, I'm going to end up being a hobo in another country, and that's scary as shit. So what I end up doing is saving as much as possible from now until the next 8 months. I'll sell my things 2 months beforehand because I'm scrambling and afraid. I will really tighten my belt more in the last 3 months because I'm like, hell, I'm going to somewhere cool. I'm going to Amsterdam and I want to have fun. If I'm broke, will I have as much fun? No. Screw the fancy outside meals. Screw the new camera equipment. You know, I'm gonna save for this trip. So when you book something 8 months down the road, you continuously tell yourself, I'm going on a trip, I'm going on a trip. It's reality. It's no longer, when am I gonna save enough to travel? You have no choice but to save or be a hobo or lose your ticket. And when that happens, you force yourself to travel. So that's what I recommend you do. My strategy is, save, learn how to save, learn how to not live above your means. Those are just basic pieces of advice, but the main thing I'm gonna give you is learn how to save. Okay, learn how to save, and then when you save a little bit, enough to buy that ticket, buy the ticket for 8 months down the road, 10 months down the road. If you need a lot of time, 1 year down the road. Whatever, some flights you can't buy a flight 2 years in advance because sometimes it won't populate when you look it up online. You won't be able to book that date, it's not available. But see how long you can push it, see if you can do it by 9 months. Mark it on your calendar, make a countdown. You could download an app that does countdowns and keep it. Do that and you'll be able to travel, I promise you. Give it a shot and let me know what you think. Be responsible though, don't screw it up. I need you to think about that date you're going to travel for a long time. Don't go on a 5-day trip. Go on a month or 2 month trip. Clear your schedule, clear your life, and you'll have to save up for it. It'll be a journey. It'll be like an old-fashioned adventure. You can't screw it up. You need to be able to hone in all your skill, time, resources to be able to do this down the road. So try that and let me know.